Good morning and welcome to episode number 24 of the All Things Sports Podcast. That just so happens to be Danny's hockey number. Today we are going to be discussing the Little League World Series. We'll also be talking about a little bit into the Premier Lacrosse League as they have just wrapped up their season. And also we'll be getting two episodes today. Episode number 25 will air tonight. I believe we planned at 7 o'clock tonight Eastern time. So we will, in that episode, discuss the Premier League and we'll recap match week number 3, and we'll also preview match week number 4. All right, and as I always say, please stick around right here on the All Things Sports Podcast Network. Hello and welcome to episode number 24 of the All Things Sports Podcast. My name is Zach Bischoff and I'm joined by.
Danny Shanholzer.
All right, good morning to you, Danny. I hope your morning is going spectacular, as I do hope with the rest of you listening and watching out there. All right, the plan for today is episode number 24 is going to be, we're going to have two episodes today. 24 is going to be primarily the Little League World Series, and we might throw something else in there if we need to fill more time. And episode number 25 is going to be, will air tonight, and I believe the agreed upon time is 7 o'clock. I will, in fact, let me work on getting that post out there now, as we will begin discussing the Little League World Series. All right, so as I do not have the ability to share my screen, it looks like, but I will run through the scores briefly. So, starting on the 17th, the first day of the competition, we have the Caribbean region beating the Latin America region 2-0. The Southeast region beating the New England region 5-3. We have the Canadian region beating the Australian region 7-0. We have the West region beating the Northwest region 11-1. And the 18th, Asia Pacific over Europe and Africa 2-0. Great Lakes over Midwest 8-7. Mexico over Puerto Rico 6-1. Southwest over Mid Atlantic 8-3. And on Friday we have Panama at 9. Panama over the Caribbean 9-3. Southeast over the Mountain region 11-2. Canada over Japan 6-0. The West region over the Metro 12-0. And Saturday's action, Europe Africa over Australia 12-7. Midwest over Northwest, 6-3. Latin America over Puerto Rico 3-1. Mid Atlantic over New England 7-5. Sunday we have Caribbean over Europe and Africa, 1-0. Midwest over Mountain 10-2, and of course the Little League Classic. We have the Baltimore Orioles defeating the Boston Red Sox 5-3. And on Monday today, we have the resumption of a suspended game between Latin America and Japan that was rained out yesterday. That game will resume at I believe 10 o'clock Eastern, with Latin America up 1-0 over Japan in the top of the third. And other games today, Mid Atlantic and Metro. That will take place at 11 a.m. Asia Pacific and Panama will play at 1 p.m. And finally, Great Lakes will take on the Southeast region. That's not it. We'll take on the Southeast region at 3 o'clock. And let's do here, Canada will take on Mexico at 5 p.m. today. And now, finally, the West will take on the Southwest at 7 p.m. today. Danny, your thoughts on all those scores, please.
Yeah, Zach, and it's good to be with you today, man.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
I mean, I can't speak for you, Zach, but I always enjoy watching the Little League World Series.
I do.
It's always cool seeing, all the teams. I mean, they they've uh they've all had quite the summer, so or in some cases the winter, because I think one of
Right.
the teams, I can't pinpoint who, but they qualified in February. I think Panama might have qualified in February. I can't confirm that, but
Uh-huh.
yeah. So I mean, it's a great opportunity, right? These are some of the best, at least little league teams, um, in the world here, and I think it's
Right.
important before we kind of dive into it. That, like, I know that some all-star teams might be quote unquote better than the little league teams, but the little league teams, it's all local. It's all within a certain like town or city. So like, I mean, that just got to be so cool. I mean, you're playing with your buddies that you're probably going to school with. So that's
Yes.
probably, I mean, that's just super cool to experience. But
Yes. And all the games are being played in our home state of Pennsylvania over in Williamsport. That is a Little League World Series is a big deal up in our over in our neck of the woods here. So
For sure.
I was gonna say something else. I don't remember what it was. Also, good morning to our one and only Twitch viewer currently. I hope that is not Daniel.
No, it's not me.
That is not Daniel. Okay.
So we appreciate, yeah.
Yes, we appreciate you tuning in. Go
But
ahead.
yeah, I mean, I've really I guess a couple teams that have like impressed me. First to start off, and I know they're eliminated now because they lost twice. But I mean, Italy has been really impressive. I mean, they played Chinese Taipei really tight. They only lost 2-0 to Chinese Taipei, who have historically been really good. And Italy, because of their region, really doesn't quite have like the amount of competition in some of these other regions. So they I think historically, I think they won their first game over Australia 12-7 the other day. So I've been really impressed, or was really impressed from the team with the team from Italy, because I mean that's just super historic for them. And I mean I just think because of their performance here, I mean they were competitive in each of their 3 games that they play. I think that's going to grow the game in that part of the world, which is what you want. Just for the game to keep growing. So I thought that was really cool. And then I guess another team I've been impressed with on the international side is Canada, man, because they they beat Australia, I think 7-0, and then they beat Japan, who's like I think they have the most wins in the Little League World Series. I think they have like 100 and I think 116 was the number on the broadcast they said.
Mhm.
So I mean they've everybody knows they've been historically very good, but they've outscored their opponents 13-0 in 2 games, Zach. I mean that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean that just speaks to how good this Canadian team is. I mean I think what makes the biggest difference for them is obviously their pitching and their defense. I mean, you give up 0 runs through 2 games, something's working, right?
Yeah.
And then I know your favorite team, Zach. I mean, I can't exactly confirm, but I know you've been talking a lot about the Hawaii team.
Yes.
They have been dominant, man, and they always are.
Yeah, they've been dominant the last couple of years. I haven't watched with as much as much enthusiasm because mainly because I forgot the games on. We have a lot of different endeavors going on. Like we have this podcast, we have the All Things Fantasy podcast, which I will issue an update on soon. We'll do that now. All Things Fantasy. So we're planning to start that hopefully just before week 1 of the NFL season. Just to give us time to adjust to everything and get everything ready to go and get our talking points ready, because that could be an interesting subject to talk about in a podcast format. But we'll work through it. We'll look for updates in a couple of weeks from us regarding that. But yeah, I think I usually watch the World Series. I usually watch every game. I haven't watched every game so far. But just because I heard there was one suspended game, like I said, it'll resume at 10 o'clock today. Actually resumed right now, actually at 10:05. So, yeah, so it'll be interesting to watch. I just like watching like all these kids. They get to play on TV. A lot of these kids their dream is to play on TV. So they're living out the dream, and I always say to people, just have fun. I don't and that's a big thing with our team that we play on is just have fun. I mean, sure we want to win games, but you need to have fun.
Yeah, and it's all about I mean, I'm not to sound cliche, but it's all about the memories you make when you're there, man. Like,
yes, it is.
That's what it's all about.
It's come to Williamsport. I saw there was a team from Hollidaysburg out east. I saw that.
Yeah, and I think they've added new regions too, like which I think is really cool because like
the Little League World Series actually expanded. I saw yesterday to 20 teams, so 10 American teams, 10 international teams.
Yeah, like Panama has their own region now, which has got to be super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's like you always see them Panama usually winning the Latin America region, but I mean they added a Puerto Rico region too. I saw, so I mean they've been growing the event here, so that's what you want to see, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Let's see.
But yeah, I mean just to Zach is getting ready. If you're
Good.
I just if we want to like I've been thinking about my predictions for the who's going to win the United States side and who's going to win the international side, and I think it is going to be Hawaii and the international side is tougher to pick because I honestly now
Chinese
surprise people.
is Chinese Taipei is the winner, right?
Yeah, this may surprise people. And if you're a Little League World Series guru, which I'm by no means a guru, but you're
I'm
like,
not.
Danny, what are you doing? But I have been impressed. Now they haven't been like super impressive, and they've lost. They lost to Panama, I believe. But I think the team from Curacao is going to make a run.
Yeah.
They have one loss, which that makes the road tougher. But I think they have. I think they're going to make the run. So I'm going to say Hawaii and Curacao are the final.
Yeah, I am going to say the two powerhouses on the American side, Hawaii on the international side, Chinese Taipei will win. They will face off to take home the Little League World Series championship. All right, we are at 17 minutes. So let's. What should we do here?
Do we want to do like a? We have not planned this. Do we want to do a Steelers recap or
Yes.
is that too?
Okay. All right. Steelers recap. So let me pull up the. Let's see. Steelers.
Sorry to throw a ring in that, GB.
No.
Hey,
All right.
Hey, why not?
Let me. All right. Let me just pull up the box score here. All right. So yes, on Saturday, the Steelers defeated the Jacksonville Jaguars in surprising fashion, 16-15. As I did not watch the second half of this game, I watched the first half. That's when Kenny Pickett. I thought Kenny Pickett would be done.
Kenny. Here we go.
Yes, sir. All right. Can I not just find a box? Let's go to CBS. Go to CBS. Find a box score. Okay. That's not what I wanted.
Oh boy.
I type in CBS Sports and it brings up Paramount Plus. Okay.
Really?
Yes.
What's up with that, Jack? What's up with that, man?
What?
I said, what's up with that, man?
A lot. Oh, let's see.
I thought you were gonna say the sky. Like, what's up? The sky.
I'm not. No. All right.
No.
Let me.
Fair enough. My humor isn't for everybody.
Nope.
Actually.
Jaguars box score. All right, let's try this.
Let's go. Here we go.
Okay.
Score.
All right. So as I said, the Steelers moved to 2-0 in the preseason by beating the Jaguars 16-15. Let's do the Steelers box score. All right, Mason Rudolph, 17 of 21 for 127 yards and one touchdown, QBR of 112.8. Kenny Pickett, 6 for 7 for 76 and a touchdown and 158.3. That's a perfect, isn't it?
Oh, that's pretty close today.
I think.
Is one incompletion was the spike. Now the spike. Dude, I don't know why they don't count. They count spikes and incompletions. Like that is just. You should have a separate category for how much the spike is used, unless it's a fake spike made famous by Pitt alum Dan Marino.
Yes.
You should.
Oh, we also need to talk about, just for a moment, the Kenny Pickett fake slide that occurred in the ACC. Was it the championship game or was it?
Yeah, against Wake
Yeah.
Forest, yeah. No,
So the fake slide has since been outlawed in the NCAA. That has now been dubbed the Pickett rule.
yeah.
It was actually a tremendous move. I want to I'll see if I can pull it up for you folks. Is that gonna? That might cause copyright issues, so we are not going to do that. But you can please look up Kenny Pickett fake slide if you're interested in seeing that for yourself. I would show it, but I'm not aware of the copyright infringement, anything like that, and we don't want any trouble with that because we're just two people, don't want to be going to federal court over this crap. So, anyway, that was the Steelers box score. We will go now to the Jaguars box score. Trevor Lawrence, 14 of 21 for 133, no touchdowns, no interceptions, 89.6 on his QBR. EJ Perry, whoever the hell that is.
He's a Brown quarterback, Zach. Brown alum quarterback. He actually, I was listening to the broadcast, and this kind of never happens. You usually go from an Ivy League. You usually transfer out of the Ivy League to kind of. But he was at Boston College, and then he transferred to Brown his senior year, I believe, and was the Ivy League Player of the Year. So there you go. Good job, EJ.
All right. So
yeah,
I have a brief thought on the.
Oh, go ahead, Zach. I was just gonna. My bad.
The offensive line did not look good this game.
No.
Dan Moore was abysmal.
Yeah.
He got beat a lot. And that is about all I have to say about that. Danny, please provide your thoughts, and then we will wrap up today's first show of the day.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, Zach. I mean, concern number one, the offensive line. I mean, because I saw like if you watch those first three plays by Mitch, I mean, it's a good thing he can scramble because he's gonna be doing a lot of that. And like I cannot deal with another season of like quick slants and quick screen. I cannot deal with the just all of that because Matt Canada, he's a great offensive mind, but so much of his offense is dependent upon motion, and you got to be able to have a mobile quarterback. So I think that's a good sign. But I really think that we got to get that resolved because we can have this superstar core of receivers. I'm not saying that we do. But we've an all right receiver room. We can have a superstar core of receivers. We can have Mitch Trubisky as our QB who can run, but he's going to get eaten alive if we can't block. And I saw a thing too. Like Kenny Pickett has been playing super, super well. So I honestly think the O-line might be the reason why he's not going to start. Because he's been playing better than Mitch, and he was better than Mitch in those 10 snaps that he got or whatever. So not too much to analyze there. But like I think he would have a really good shot of starting if the O-line was going to protect him. But you're not gonna put your first round pick in harm's way his first week of the in the NFL when they're going against Super Bowl runners up here. So and another thing too, Jack, we gotta get Devin Bush figured out, man.
Yeah,
he was not good again, Zach.
Yeah, he was not. Nope, he was not.
And we move up to get him, right? And I'm not going to harp on. Like we know who Devin Bush is. He's not very good, but like we move up to get him, right? And we always talk about how the Steelers have such an identity of toughness and heart and willingness to, just do anything for Devin Bush, man. He was getting I saw a clip. He was getting bodied by a third string offensive lineman like in a preseason game against the Jacksonville Jaguars, the worst team in the NFL, or one of the worst.
Yep.
I mean, we've got to do something about that middle linebacker spot. And I guess like I don't know how we can. I feel like we've kind of exhausted all options with him. You know what I mean? Because
Yep.
we've given him so many chances to prove himself, and he hasn't. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Another thing too, real quick, I've been really impressed. I've been really impressed with. I didn't go in order here with the offense, defense. Now I'm going back to offense. I had been very impressed with the receivers that had been like trying to make a roster spot. Like Gunnar Olszewski was very, very good.
Yep.
Tyler Vaughn's made really good plays. I mean, he got in the end zone last week, and he was Rudolph's favorite target when they were going in the red zone there. Another thing too, and this will be I'll throw it back to you, Zach. But I was Najee Harris, man. He's going. I understand why. He is going to. He's not playing in preseason because our running backs, man. Najee Harris is going to be working so much. He's going to be the
bell cow.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we need him to be because I don't even know who our second best running back is. Like probably Benny Snell, but like not by much. Like
Jaylen Warren.
I think so too because like Benny Snell, like he dropped the wide open pass.
Yep.
I don't know if you saw that, Jack, but like you cannot. You got to be able to hold on to the football, and so I was very impressed with I understand why Najee is sitting because I mean he is such a physical runner. He's able to break tackles and all of that. So I think he'll be, if we can kind of get that 1-2 punch down between Trubisky and him to start. I think we'll have a chance, and I hope our defense really can be near the top because I think we have to be. You know what I mean? Because our offense isn't going to score like 50 points a game. Like that's just not who we are. We're not the Chiefs. You know what I mean?
Right. All right, that is going to do it for the first of 2 episodes today. Look for part number 2, or I'm sorry, not part 2, episode number 25 later this evening, I believe at 7 o'clock. I will work on getting that out. In the meantime, I'll look forward to seeing you all again very, very soon. And until then,
bye for now.
Thank you, and we'll see you next time. Oops, wait, that's not right. There we go. Nope, that's not right. Hang on, there we go. Oh, no, that's not. There we go.